Today, we're going to be talking about starting small. Now, this works for two things. One, it works for the thing that you really don't feel like doing, but it also works for the thing that feels like really scary or like maybe you think that you can't do it. Let's talk about the one where you're like, okay, I just don't feel like doing the thing. So, what you can actually do is just break the steps down so small where it feels like, okay, I can actually do this. So, if we think about going to the gym, we could tell ourselves we're going to the gym, and the brain's like, no, let's not do that. Instead, it can be as simple as like, okay, I'm going to put on my workout outfit. It's like, okay, there's a little bit less resistance. Like that's a lot easier to do than like go to the gym. And then it's like, I'm going to put on my tennis shoes. And again, it's a little bit easier. It's like, oh yeah, I can actually put on my tennis shoes, no problem. And then it's like, I'm going to get in my car and then I'm going to drive to the gym and then I'm going to be at the gym and then I'm going to do like the first set. And then I'm going to do the second step. Like it's breaking it down so small that your brain is like, you know what? Actually, yes, we could do that piece. It's the same kind of thing as like creating content. Like the first thing I have to do is I have to open up my computer. For me, I do a video and then I need to open up the application to film the video. Then I need to hit record and then I need to start talking. Like, what are the things? What are these small steps that you can start breaking it down so that it's easier for your brain to do the thing when it doesn't really feel like doing it? And then for things that kind of feel scary or feel like you might not be able to do it, or there's a lot of like nervous feelings around it, what I like to also do is break it down. So for me, when I first hosted my very first live coaching call in front of a bunch of other people, I broke it down because my brain's like, I don't know if we can do this. It's going to be too scary. I don't know. And so the very first time that I did this, I was like, okay, here's what I know. I know how to go into my office. I know how to open up my computer. I know how to log in to start the call. I know how to hit record. I know how to bring someone on so that I can coach them. I know how to end the call. I know how to talk. I know how to read. And so what I did was I just made it so simple and so easy where I'm like, okay, you know what? I can actually do all of these steps. Because when we say something like host a call in front of people, the brain's like, oh no, but it's like, oh, I can read, I can talk to someone, I can ask questions, I know how to coach, I know how to open up the software, I know how to start the call. Like, if we really start to break it down, it starts to seem so much easier. It can be the same for like going on live video. It's like, I'm going to pull up the app and then I'm going to hit start and then I'm going to start talking and then I'm going to end the call and then that's it. And so, what this does is it allows our brain to see, like, okay, we can actually do all of these things. We actually had the skills to do all these things. Now we might be nervous, but it makes it just a little bit easier because we've broken it down into these small things that we already know how to do. Are you constantly judging yourself for not taking action? Are you frustrated with yourself because you just don't understand why? Are you really, really mean to yourself when this happens? I find that when we actually understand why are we showing up this way? Why is our brain working against us? When we can actually understand that, it's so much easier to have more compassion for ourselves because we understand why it's happening instead of just being like frustrated that it's happening. So if you want to have more compassion with yourself because you actually understand what's happening, then go to successbykayla.com to sign up for my free video, Why You Aren't Taking Action. successbykayla.com to get instant access now.